everyone. My name is Pahal, studying in 8th class, and today we are going to discuss about Amy Clary's one of the presentation about our body language shapes who you are. So how who we are. So basically, the title of this says us about how we react in physically and how our body language is shows who we are, how confident we are, how fluent we are, and how confident we are on our speech and our presentation is very important, and our body language is really very important. So she note downs in her speech about non-verbals, which are us. So there was an experiment on the animals and the humans that when a person is happy, they tend to spread their bodies. So they literally like raise their hands or spread their hands or keep their hands on hips or raise their neck like this, and they do many actions which are called the power poses. And these power poses depends on how confident we are. So when we are happy, when we are excited, we stretch our hands like a person winning a match or a race or something like that. They're happy, so they do hooray like this, and they're excited. So that's the same opposite thing depends on the person who is not happy, who is sad, who is not confident, who doesn't want to be in that situation. They wrap themselves. So you can see people folding their hands and sitting like this, or they're just doing like this. So they are not interested, or they are like, I just want to go out of this right now. So yeah, these are the opposite things. So you should always practice stretching out your body because it makes you more confident, and also it also shows that you're more interested in that. So there was experiment. Our nonverbals cover how others think. So our actions, whenever we are giving a presentation or we are speaking with someone, communicating with someone, we focus on what that person is thinking about us, or what are they actually wanting from us, or how I'm showing them to me, like. So we think that a lot. uh, and they did an experiment. They wanted to know that does it also depend on how we think about ourselves, like your physical actions do also depend on how you're thinking about yourself. And it says yes, it also depends on how you think about yourself. So for example, you're giving a speech and you get messed up in something, and you know that you have messed up, and you mess up more. So when you're not confident, or when you lose your confidence, when you're not uh, telling that you're confident, you lose it. So it also depends on how you are thinking about yourself and how you are confident about your body language and your thinking ability. So it also depends on what you think about yourself. If you think about yourself positively, you execute yourself positively, and if you think about yourself negatively, you will show yourself in a negative way. So the same way, being a powerful person depends on how you show yourself and how you think about yourself. So stretching out your hands is a powerful person's act, and folding their bodies and wrapping their bodies is a lower person's act. So it completely depends on what you think about yourself and how you show yourself. So she also told about her experience in an Oxford University. She told that she starts pretending to be powerful. So we're talking about Amy Cuddy. So she pretends to be powerful. She says, pretend to feel powerful. So I am very nervous right now. I'm giving a speech. If there's a situation like that where you're feeling nervous, you have to pretend to be powerful, to be excited, to be what you said, confident. So, yeah, you should use those powerful techniques to make yourself powerful. When you're not confident enough, just show that you're confident, even though you're really feeling very nervous inside. So she says, fake it till you make it. Fake it that you're confident. So show people that you're very confident, and show that you are just willing to do this. And doing this slowly will become a practice, and one day you will become that confident person. So that is fake it till you make it. So just don't uh, like try to act like a person, and also become that person. And also, do a, there's a question. We know that how we think goes on our body language. So our brain manages our body language. But do also our body language manages our brain? Yes. So what we think can be shown in our body. So as I told, if you're excited, you stretch out. If you are sad, you fold. So the same thing, can it depend on the brain? I'm just acting to be very confident. Can my brain also start becoming confident? Yeah, it can. So there's a practice. Like, just go in front of a mirror, stand, keep your hands on your hip, or just do like this, or give any power pose to yourself for a few minutes, and practice it every day, before going to school, or at the end of the day, or when you're in an elevator, in your washroom, wherever. Just do this for a few minutes, and try to do some positive affirmations with that, or just say that I'm powerful. I'm powerful. So this will make you feel more confident, and it also manages your brain. So it's literally like telling your brainwashing that you're confident, and you'll start feeling less nervous. Also, there are poses of high power poses and low power poses. So these poses I showed you were the high power poses, and the poses which we tell about folding and all, those are low power poses, and you should always avoid doing that. So whenever a teacher is asking you a few questions, there are few people who are very confident and they raise their hands, but there are few people who just don't want to do this, and they're like, just don't see me. So don't be that person. Just show yourself, and become that extrovert person, so that you be that perfect person. And your posture is very important, the way you're showing yourself, and the way you're becoming. It's not only showing people that you're confident, it's also showing yourself that you're becoming confident. And the next thing we're going to talk about is a coach. Yeah, as I told, try a positive pose, like a powerful pose or a positive pose. Uh, as I told, just stand in front of the mirror and practice it. And practicing this daily will eventually make you more confident, and also improve your body language. So, Cuddy told her personal story about her college time when she said a girl to come up and become more confident. So this also shows us that we should also be that person and influence people with our capability. And tiny twiggles uh, tiny tweaks can make a big change. So a tiny change in your life, as I told you, these small things which we have discussed today can make a really very big difference in your life as you start practicing it. So body language, who cares about body language? This is such a small thing, but practicing this daily can make you a really very different person than what you are now and what you're going to become in future. So this was my speech, and thank you.